Yeah, I hate doing this because just like a fat guy in a little coat.
Stop. I love doing this.
Trying to get I mean, I love doing it. I just don't like getting dressed for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're fine. You do a t-shirt. We talk about this every week. It's boring. It's old news.
I'll give you a wardrobe budget next year.
Oh, thank you. I'd rather get a new bathroom.
Next fiscal planning's coming up this fall.
Is it really?
Mm.
That sounds frisky.
Do you understand any of those words that I said?
Fiscally frisky.
Ooh, fiscally frisky.
Does that even make sense?
No, yeah, it does. Makes a lot of sense. I like it.
It does.
Any type of frisk I can get out of you I'll take.
My lips are so fucking chapped. Do you know why?
Why?
Because when I fold laundry for 4 hours.
You did not fold laundry today.
Yesterday. I don't realize that I rest my tongue on my lip and they become chapped. It's a flaw. It's a flaw, but we're getting it corrected.
The war wounds of motherhood.
Yeah. It is. And you know what? I do have a pickle to peck with you.
Go ahead and peck my pickle.
You have the most laundry out of everybody.
I do.
And
especially in the summer.
It really.
I don't like being hot.
Buddy, it's obnoxious how much laundry you have.
I mean, I don't think it's ridiculous. I work out once a day. So there's one outfit. Socks, underwear, shorts, t-shirt, gone.
Yeah.
Second outfit. If we go out, which is 3 times this summer, there's a third outfit.
Okay.
And then there's pajamas.
Yeah.
Which I rotate. I wear twice the same jammies for 2 nights. I feel like that's reasonable.
Thank you for that breakdown.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
My clothes are also the biggest in our house.
Take up more space.
So one of my shirts is going to be
a towel.
3 times the size of Dean's.
Yeah, it's like a towel.
Yeah.
But, grateful that I have laundry to fold, right? Not many people.
You've been seeing too many positive mom TikToks.
Oh, that's the thing. This summer, like when the kids have downtime or when they go to bed, like instead of watching.
What downtime has there been? They're always up our ass saying, what are we doing? Where are we doing it? Who are we doing it with? What time is it going to be at? What are the snacks going to be like there? That's not fucking downtime.
Leo literally woke up and goes, so what are we going to do today? I go, you know what, Leo? I have no idea. He goes, well, maybe you and Daddy should think about it.
You know, when he said that, I actually appreciated it because it was in a polite, inquisitive tone.
It wasn't complaining.
Normally it's like, are we going to the Morleys today? No. Well, what else are we going to do?
What are you taking us to Flippin' Out?
Are we going to Chuck E. Cheese? Are we going to Flippin' Out? Are we going to fucking Disneyland? No.
Are you going to take us on a boat ride today? Yeah, no. They, this last few weeks of summer definitely have been trying.
Yep.
I said I'm done. I said every day is Saturday and Sunday for us.
That's a good way of putting it.
It really is. We are entertaining. We are doing family things. We're making dinner. It's great, and I'm grateful for it. And I know that they say oh, you only have 18 summers. Well, not in my case because I'm 37. I still spend every waking moment with my family. I wonder if they feel the same way about me.
No, they don't.
When I call my mom, what are we doing tonight? What are you cooking?
The only times they feel that is when we take advantage a little bit. We overstay our welcome, too many days in a row, which I think we've been good about. Or if she has shit going on.
And we don't honor that.
And we let the kids sleep over and we don't pay attention. And then we come over the next night for dinner. And then somebody else sleeps over. And then she's like, okay, I've had a fuck enough.
Yeah. I need my house back. I need to watch my shows.
Thank you. Yeah.
But that's the hard thing is I told the kids, now that they're getting bigger, I was like, guys, we really need to find a babysitter for us. We can't always ask God to do it. And there's a lot of you.
Yeah.
So, and we need to go out more than once a month. We do.
Yeah.
I mean, we've gone out twice this month. It's July. It's still July. We have one more day.
Yeah. And that's the other thing is technically we use this as one of our going out nights twice a month. Not that it's half of a date. It's half work, half date.
I know, but we have friends that literally have gone on trips together.
A what?
Trip. I know.
I don't know what that is.
I know. We'll get there one day. We'll get there.
A new season is upon us. Mm-hmm. The boys going to school full time next month or in a few weeks is going to be a new era.
Yeah, I mean,
Taylor Swift will write a song about our boys going to school.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Maybe we could submit it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling very excited about that, but also I'm feeling it's going to be crazy being alone all day.
I don't think so.
I do. I don't know. I mean, I know that I don't know what I'm going to do. It's like when they were infants and they took a nap, it's like, should I clean? Should I take a nap? Should I eat? Should I shower? It's like, I'm going to have all this free time. I'm going to fill it, but.
I mean, I've already sort of, not that I need to give you approval, but like the first month, don't do fucking anything. Just revel in the fact that you don't have to have 2 little maniac little boys up your ass all day.
Yeah.
And it's only half the day now, or whatever the proportion is.
Yeah.
Because they're going to come home from school all at 4 o'clock and be miserable and tired and snack hungry.
Remember Dom?
Yeah. I mean, everyone, that's how all kids are. And we're going to have 4 kids screaming what they need and what they want.
And homework.
Yeah. And the boys are adjusting the full-time day, full day of school. So that's going to be an adjustment for them. Obviously, the pros outweigh the cons, but like, just chill for a month.
They're ready to go to school though. What was Leo doing yesterday? And you're like, this kid needs to go to school.
What wasn't he doing?
He was saying a sentence that made no sense at all.
Yeah, he's always speaking at 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's always with like a demanding tone. And if what he needs isn't happening, it's like scream crying. And
yes,
I love the kid. He's not the brightest crayon on the toolbox. And like the way he speaks, his language.
I know.
His, what's the word I'm looking for? Not speech therapy, but like the way he pronounces things.
His articulation.
Yeah. They're not nearly where they should be for his age, probably. Even though he got turned down for speech therapy,
fine,
so I don't know.
But even Dominic sometimes, like, I have no idea what you're saying, Leo. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
I think he's going nuts.
If anybody needed to be in school all day, it's Leo.
Yeah, just to keep him busy. When you give him things to do, he's happy.
Yes.
But here's the thing. They're going to go to school. Shit. I forgot what I was going to say.
What do you mean? Like they're going to go to school and then what?
See, this is why people are being such jerks to me on TikTok saying how I interrupt. But see, I have ADD, so I have to interrupt or I'll forget what I'm saying like I just did now.
Which, all ADD, you're ADD. The person who said that on a video of only Dr. Wilkes, and you weren't even in the video. So
I don't care. I don't really even care.
So please don't.
But I'm just saying.
There isn't even a grain of salt to be taken there.
But if other people feel that way, the reason I blurt out shit is so I don't forget, like I just did. I totally just forgot what I was going to say. But I'm excited they're going to school. God bless their teachers because if you give Leo something to do, he's really good at like hyper focus on things. So I think the routine of school and giving him shit to do is going to be great for him. I mean, and my hysterectomy. I have that in September coming up.
That's why I'm like, just chill for a month.
I know.
You got a big thing happening. Don't rush and like just chill and then
recover
that's the thing, then figure out what the fuck you want to do.
That amount of freedom literally gives me anxiety.
I don't think
isn't that so stupid?
I don't think so.
I've been waiting so long to like literally when Vivian was going to go to school full time, I literally gave birth to the twins. So I've had maybe 2 weeks of all our kids in school total since Vivian, a while ago. But the freedom is giving me anxiety because I put expectations on myself because I feel like I should be more productive and get the shit done. But also,
no one's saying just sit on your ass.
No,
for a month.
I don't think that you're saying.
But like,
that.
You don't have to like. Okay, what should I be doing right now? Is the laundry done? Should I need to go? Should I be helping around? Should I be helping Mackin with work? Should I be?
I don't know.
Looking for an income? Like, no one's saying that.
No. And it's so funny because the follow-up question with a lot of people are like, oh, so the boys are going to be in school. So what are you going to do? And I'm like, honestly, I have no idea. And if I do nothing, like no big deal. I don't even know. Like I love my sister-in-law, but she really wants me to work at school with her.
Soft pass.
And I'm like, honestly, the thought of just finally like breathing and like maybe I'm going to take care of our house. Maybe I'll fix up Vivian's bathroom. Maybe we'll redo our bathroom because our shower door is literally hanging on by a hinge. But that amount of like freedom, I feel like there's this expectation that like, okay, well, your kids are in school all the time now. What are you going to do?
That's what you should do. You should go get yourself a fucking tool belt, walk around, half topless, and just fix things.
Just so you know, them being in school all day does not mean an increased sex life for you.
We've been there. It better to a certain degree. Pre-hysterectomy, there should be at least 5 more sexual interactions than there should have been before.
Noted. Thank you.
Yeah, just keep. That's what you should do.
What did you say to me oh, you let me sleep in this morning. Mm-hmm. And I looked at you, I go, oh my God, what did I do to deserve that? And you looked at me and go,
I go, you didn't do it yet. What a line.
That was such a good line.
Yeah, it was.
That was funny and true.
Mm-hmm.
That was good, buddy. That's why our marriage is thriving. Actually, I have to say, like, we usually sit on here and talk about our fights and the shit we've been through. I think we've done pretty good.
I think this is the first time in our history of recording this podcast where we've gone from episode to episode without even the smallest disagreement.
Yeah, I know. Better be careful, though. Don't speak too soon.
Yeah.
But I think we're
which
finally...
is also, hold on, which is also louder than that statement in and of itself, because I swear to God, July is my least favorite month because of how hot it is. All the kids are always home. I work from home, and it's just like wrangling them and managing emotions,
shutting them
all
up
day long.
Mm-hmm.
We've already like belabored this point, but to emphasize it even more around like not having arguments in this time period, that says a lot.
I agree, and now that we're talking about it and you shed light on it, it's true. Like, usually our biggest fights is because we're burnt at both ends and we're just trying to survive and entertain and like cook 3 meals a day. And I know, so I'm proud of us.
6 years of therapy.
We did have
worked.
a little tiff.
Did we?
A little lover's quarrel.
Which one? I don't know what it was about.
I know, I have it in my notes. Because, again, my marriage advice to everyone is when you're pissed off at your spouse or your partner, you should write it all down and let Siri read it to you so you could hear take the tone out of it.
I think we talked about this on the last Really Relatable with, like, you going to Christina's. Was that it?
No, it was after that.
Oh, then I don't know.
I don't remember. Oh, I have my phone. I can look.
Pull up your lover's quarrel note.
Although, I have to say, the iPhone now has this journal. They've had it for a while, but I actually use it. Oh, I want to be here for you, and I want to give you the space you need to get work done and regulate. I have a lot going on that I'm going to unpack that may seem completely ridiculous, but instead of keeping it in, I want to share how I feel. I'm noticing your energy, and I feel like, I don't want to get into it, but basically I was noticing you were like, again, my codependency, where I feel like I'm responsible for you. You were run down. Mm-hmm. And I felt like you weren't sharing that with me. And I was trying to be supportive, but also be like, hey, let's talk about this. You don't have to get out of the rut, but like, let's talk about this. This is how I'm feeling. So I got like ahead of it, and we handled it. And you're like, actually, I'm just tired and nothing's really wrong.
That's probably why I'm like looking at you with like beady eyes, because I'm trying to figure out when this was. And I think you were picking up those vibes. And I'm not saying that was wrong, but I wasn't feeling what you were picking up.
And it's so interesting because this is probably one of the things that I really need to overcome in our marriage is not feeling responsible for your feelings or not feeling responsible for like you having a bad day.
Perfect example.
I really do. I internalize it. I'm like, okay, how do I fix it? And I've been working on this and I acknowledge it. But there's something in me that's like ticking. That's like, okay, why is he miserable? Does he need to sleep? I wish he would ask me if he needs some space. He should just go take it. Whatever it is. And I start to beat myself up and then I project onto you like, what the fuck is your problem?
Yep.
Like, yip it up, buddy.
I get it.
And it's annoying, but it's a codependent behavior.
Right.
It's something I've learned to do. Take on.
But I'm self-aware of it too. I know when there's an instance where I'm either run down or I'm not giving the type of energy that you're wanting. And you're kind of looking at me like, all right.
Not that I'm
do
wanting.
I need to step in here or are you going to fucking step up?
I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. It is what I'm wanting. I'm like,
right.
Okay.
And it definitely is what you're wanting.
I know, because I'm like, not both of us can be assholes to the kids. Like, right. I'm fucking miserable because for however for whatever portion of the day that I'm solely responsible for them, I'm fucking done. And then when you get off work, I'm like, okay, Dad's going to step in and not be the dick because I've been the dick all day.
Right.
So I'm wanting you to be more patient. I'm wanting you to be happy. I'm wanting you to give them the like grace that I couldn't give them throughout the day. And when you're not doing that, I'm like, okay, now I'm trying to control you.
Yeah.
I'm trying, whatever. That's a lot that I just unpacked. But I bet a lot of people can share that same feeling.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing new. We've talked about similar versions of that. I just think that we've gotten so much better at it.
Communicating it, I think. I think coming to you.
Yeah, like because like you were feeling all that shit. You wrote it down. You probably articulated it to me in a very like.
I sent you the text.
Non-defensive way. Oh yeah, I remember it now. And I was like, I love you. That's not at all how I'm feeling. I'm honestly just really tired. I want to go to bed. Everything's fine.
And you even said I'll just say this, like my mom her air went out and she stayed with us, and I'm like,
that's what it was. Yeah.
I never want her to feel like she's not welcome, but your mood, I was worried was making her feel like she wasn't welcome.
Yeah.
And I want her to know, like she has given, like I expressed that to you. I'm like, my fear is that when they get old, this is where my mind goes. It's how fucked up I am. My fear is that when they get older, they're not going to want to be with us, or we're going to be taking care of them, and you're going to be like, I don't know, they're going to feel like burdens, and I don't want them to feel like they're burdens.
And my first response was exactly that. I'm so sorry. That's not at all how I was feeling. I love your mom. I love that she was there because her air was out. Like, she helped us. She was like occupying the kids while we like did other shit. She was watching TV with us, and I was like tired and burnt out and giving energy like I didn't want to deal with it, and I didn't realize that. But I was like, I never wanted her to feel that way. I'm sorry. I'll fix it.
But I feel like that's a Danielle issue. Like, it was making me uncomfortable, and
do you think she? Yes, you're right. It's a Danielle issue. Do you think she picked up on it with me? We should ask her.
I should, but I don't. Maybe
because that's where it would be an issue. Where if she's like, yeah, what would because she would say like, why are you such a dick yesterday?
Yeah, she would say that to you. But she may have a little bit, but I think she was so exhausted too that she wasn't really paying. And I was being like hyper aware because I'm like, oh, if she feels this way, he's doing it to her. And again,
because plus she was stressed for fucking air went out the hottest week of the year.
Yeah.
And they were waiting to get it fixed, and the fucking company was fucking them around.
Yeah.
So she was pissed off with that. You didn't want me to be another reason to add stress to her.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Totally understandable.
Which, again, codependency. I'm working on it. I'm not responsible.
This is like the most productive conversation we've ever had.
I'm telling you, like, we've done very well. Is it boring? Are people bored?
It's probably so boring. I used to like when we were fucking arguing. You had no idea what I was talking about because we weren't even on the same page.
Yeah. We'll get there. I'm sure it's coming.
We got to have some fucking ups and more. No, never mind.
But the one thing that did happen, and I think the biggest thing in our relationship that has grown between us is consideration for each other. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
So I was invited to a friend of mine, her birthday. It was at Miho at Red Rock, right? Or not Red Rock, Durango. I'm sorry. We were at Miho at Durango. And we had gone there for dinner once. And you had told me the night I was leaving, please, if you remember, bring me home chips and salsa.
Elite salsa.
You love it. I don't really like the smokiness.
Bring me home a fucking bucket.
And it...
Extra chipotle, smoky, elite.
See, I don't like the smoky, but you do. So I was like, okay. Don't forget. So I sit down. I tell Monique next to me, this beautiful black woman that I love so much. You love her too. Mm-hmm. And she's stunning and amazing. And she knows that you love her. And I was like, listen, your man wants me to bring him salsa home. Please don't let me forget. Immediately, as soon as the waitress walked up, she goes, first of all, she called her by the wrong name, but then she got it right. Leah, when we're finishing up dinner, I want chips and salsa to go.
This makes me love her even more.
I know.
She asked for it because you brought it up?
Yeah. She wanted to make sure that we didn't forget, which I would be like, oh, I would never have thought of that. I would have said, like, at the end of the meal, don't forget.
And that's how I brought it up to you. Like, if it's not weird, like, that you have to be the lady carrying out salsa, like, your to-go bag. Yeah. Monique don't give a fuck.
So as we're leaving, I get this fucking 2 Trader Joe's bag, big. It's literally... It's just like massive, okay? And it's chips and salsa. The chips are still warm. I can feel it through the bag. The salsa, it was a big fucking bowl. I was like, okay. And they're all like, okay, let's go to the bar, the Bel Air. I'm like, okay. And I have my massive.
with my mom's salsa.
Yeah, I am here with my massive. Now, first of all of these women are stunning. And when we walk into Bel Air, this beautiful man walks up to Monique and is like, Mo, how's it going? Like, talking to her. And she just, like, captivates a room. The woman we were with captivated the room. And we walked in.
Just a squad of cougars.
It was just the most beautiful. And I'm sitting here half drunk, half sober, laughing at all these people because I just can't believe how they commanded a room And these women are older than me. They're stunning, but they have more confidence in them. I mean, bravo for women 40 plus, because I guess something changes where you just don't give a fuck, and it exudes like a tremendous amount of confidence and like sexuality. Like men were just flocking to them.
Is
Young
that what
men.
you need? Is that what I'm waiting for until 43?
I don't know. We'll talk. Let's get our uterus out and talk about it later.
Our uterus.
You put a lot of stuff in there.
It's half mine at this point.
Some of it belongs to you now.
Yeah.
Stuff me like a turkey.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I like turkey.
So we're standing there, and I was like, I'm going to go get us a drink with my bag, right? And Monique's like, no, you're not. He's buying us a drink. I was like, oh.
You don't pay for drinks.
Oh, I was like, oh. I'm like, I did that when I was 20. I don't do that. I buy my own drinks now. I buy my own drinks now. I'm 37. I go up to the bar and buy my drink. She's like, no, you're not. He's buying us drinks. I was like, okay. So I follow her with my chips and salsa, and the same beautiful, beautiful man is like, he's like, what do you want? She goes, we want 2 top tier tequila shots. I was like, yeah, that's what we want.
Mm-hmm.
So
what she said.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Sorry. I didn't even talk. Monique said everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just going, yep, laughing because I just cannot fucking believe what's happening around me. And the beautiful man hands me this tequila shot, and I go to grab it, and the salsa pops out of the bottom of the bag, flips upside down. So now I'm like, fuck. I look down, and it didn't break open yet. It wasn't broken. I'm like, okay, we're good. Just the bag's broken. Mm-hmm. So I have my shot in the bag, and I lean all the way down, pick up the salsa, put it in the bag. Now, visual. Hole in the bag. So I carry the bag like this.
I'm with you.
Tilted. Okay? And I take the shot, and I go on with my night as usual, right? I standing around. I'm like, okay, this really isn't like my scene. I'm going to go home, bring my husband his salsa, come home a little early, throw it down on him.
What a fucking boring statement.
What?
This isn't my scene. I'm going to bring my husband home his salsa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
Hey, but consider
keep going. Go ahead.
So I walk to Miho back by where I parked, and I was kind of being a hypochondriac, but I thought somebody was following me. So I walked up to the girl, and I'm like, listen, I just don't want to walk to my car alone. She's like, oh, security's right out here around the corner. Just let them know. I was like, okay. So as I'm walking to security, the fucking salsa slides out of my bag, flips upside down, and it literally looks like somebody either puked in like 5 different areas or somebody's gut spilled. Like literally probably, I would say about 7 feet of salsa.
We have the picture.
Now I just keep walking like it didn't happen. My dress is covered in salsa. I go over to security. I go, hi. Number 1, I'm really sorry, but my salsa fell out of the bag over here. And I'm sorry, it was an accident. I go, and I'm telling her the whole story. My husband just asked me to bring him some salsa home, and look at what I did.
Yeah.
She didn't care. She's like, we'll call somebody to clean up. I'm like, and I'm too afraid to walk to my car alone. Will you walk with me?
What a high maintenance customer.
Buddy,
I wonder if the Fertitas feel about their floors the way I do.
What do you mean?
Like, is Frank Fertitta watching on the security cameras just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like how I feel when Leo spills Zyrtec after the cleaning ladies come. Oh. Is that what he's like? Oh, some lady just spilled fucking salsa
Zyrtec everywhere. Is the end of you. It just never. I figured it out though. The formula to clean it up. You're welcome.
You haven't figured out the formula to close the top though.
No, I'm not good at that. I'm very bad at closing medicine tops after I give the kids medicine.
I know.
I think I'm just so in a hurry to make them like take it or I don't know. That's probably why. Who drank it? Dean drank a half a bottle of Motrin when he was little because I left the top open. You'd think I'd learned my lesson, but I didn't. Sorry. But consideration.
I mean, if I had to, that's probably my most important peeve with you, just because it has negative repercussions outside of that.
Your most important peeve?
Yeah, like a pet peeve. Like.
Yeah, that's very particular.
I mean, because it could have negative, like when it happened, we're like, how much did he drink? We're like, I don't fucking know. He drank a lot. Then we're on the phone with fucking poison control. Like,
yeah, he's
how much did he, and I remember
he
like,
was fine.
Yeah, they're like, how much did he drink? I'm like, I don't know, about half. Like, well, I need you to measure via cups, like how many are left in the bottle and how much you think were in it before that, and subtract. I'm like, I forget what the number was, but just like, okay, you can't really, not to give medical advice, but you can't really like overdose on kids ibuprofen. She's like, he'll be fine. He might get a stomach
why did she make you do all that shit?
I don't know. It was very stressful. 10-minute period of me measuring fucking cups.
I would have loved to see footage of that.
He's within the safe area.
Well, consideration, not for medicine tops, but for salsa.
Yep. Put the tops on.
You didn't do it yet?
You already said it.
But yeah, I'm glad we got down here at the studio, though. I love being here. It's more professional.
Air's pumping cold.
Air is cold.
Shout out to corporate coworkers.
Last time we were here was with Dr. Wilkes, and that episode did phenomenal.
Set us off.
He is a beautiful man. If you haven't listened to that episode, you really need to.
If you're listening to this, you probably listened to that one, like, elite.
You're probably like, half the people are probably like, who the fuck are these people? I signed up to listen to Dr. Wilkes.
Yeah, these guys don't look like a doctor.
These guys are, what are they talking about?
They just gave their kid a whole bottle of ibuprofen. They're not no medical professional.
This bitch talking about salsa for 10 minutes.
Sorry.
Oopsies.
Hit the unfollow button.
Oh, my God. Well, but again, we're grateful that he was on.
Absolutely.
I think we peaked with him. I don't know where we're going to go after this.
Who knows? The sky's the limit.
Buddy, you had other shit you wanted to fucking talk about.
I thought you were going to go in more on Wilkes. So there's a couple things I want to talk about. Two sort of concepts. One, I want to, and I don't know if this is a guest or an advisory panel or someone we could reach out to. I want to talk to someone who has kids, our genders, and our ages. Because I think having an 11-year-old Dom boy with twin 5-year-old, 6-year-old boys, Dean and Leo, is arguably one of the hardest combinations
How about
of
Vivian?
children. Viv's in there too, obviously.
You didn't say that.
But I'm getting there. Having that mix of ages and boys and activities is the hardest, not the hardest, I should walk that back. One of the potential hardest quantities of kids to have together. It's like having an 11-year-old with 5-year-olds who are interested in similar areas.
Yeah, want to be like the 11-year-old.
But Dom can't play basketball with Dean and Leo the way he plays with his 11-year-old friends, but he thinks he can.
Yep.
Whereas Dean and Leo also look up to him and they want to have fun, but like the second they put like a competitive effort on the same game that they're playing, Dom goes balls to the wall, hurts them, makes them feel like they're nothing. He beats not even sports, whether it's fucking what's the game they play? The cards? Some stupid card game they play with your mom?
Rummy?
I don't know. Even if Dom beats them
Uno.
in Uno or some shit, they're always butthurt and crying. And like half of me wants to be like, well, that's part of having a big older brother. Like you got to learn, you got to like kind of.
I think your problem is with our oldest son. I think that your problem with him right now is that yes, he's 11.
It's not though. It's not it's not him. It's the combination. Like, as if it was an 11-year-old with a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old boy, it wouldn't be nearly as difficult.
Well, yes, but also, you were screaming at him at the basketball game because he was speaking to them like they had been playing basketball for years.
Exactly. He yells at them and he picks this up on
That's what I'm saying.
The way I yell at him. Dom, but here's the difference. I am yelling at an 11-year-old. I don't yell at Dean and Leo the way I yell at Dom. I know who my audience is.
Yeah, discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline.
And not to say that he should know the difference, but when I tell him that there's a difference, he should understand that.
Yeah. Consideration. I think that should be the theme.
Mm-hmm.
Be considerate of daddy and mommy's wishes.
The point I was getting to is I would love to talk to someone who is in our same predicament who can give us advice.
Well, also, I feel like we need to I love our therapist. I think she's incredible. But I feel like I have this feeling that she doesn't have a lot of children like we do.
No.
So I feel like she may not understand the day-to-day stress that we deal with, but I think she can empathize with it. I think she can sympathize.
Yeah, to a certain degree.
But I feel like also maybe speaking to, like you said, a family or even a therapist that has come from a big family or has a big family, which I don't know, but I just feel like perspective.
I'm not even looking at it from a therapy side of things.
I am.
I'm looking at it as like, how the fuck did you guys do it? Like, am I crazy?
I think our parents also gave less shits than we do.
That's not even a question.
I know.
Not even a question.
I think that they gave way less shits. So like
Go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off. It's not even their fault because that was their cultural norm at the time, I think, too. So it's not like just your parents, not just my parents, not just Aaron's parents. Like all of the parents of millennials gave way less of a shit than we do.
And I feel like we work so hard to try and like help them communicate what's happening. Understand, well, Leo attacked you, Dominic, because you were sitting on him in the living room, so he's punched you to get you off him. Like, we talk through it, as opposed to my parents, like, both of you go to your fucking room. Like, my mom's rule is, like, if you tell on her, you're both getting in trouble. I'm not dealing with it anymore.
Snitches get stitches.
Or sent to their room.
Yeah.
She's like, figure it out.
No, you're so right. Like, something that would have been like a 5-second conversation when we were kids is now like a family meeting for us.
Yeah.
After hearing everyone out 17 different times unproductively.
You don't do that.
No, we do.
You don't like doing it.
I don't like doing it. No, by
you would
no
rather
means.
them just shut up and.
Yeah, shut up and separate. That's my new theme. Like, you over there,
but
you on the gray couch.
But there's a lot of reasons, like, the kids act the way they do. They're hungry, tired. Like, even us. I noticed last night I was being such a bitch at bedtime to the kids. I'm like, just go to bed. I can't take it anymore. This is so hard. Like, please, I love you. You're little. I'm sorry. Like, and then I realized, oh, I didn't eat dinner.
Yeah.
I'm a miserable bitch because I didn't eat.
And I get it. And they don't have the self-awareness to make that sort of, like, assessment of themselves.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, when you're managing 6 different emotions, mine, yours, and therefore, like, and trying to be the mature and responsible and aware one, like, it's hard. Crazy.
And our kids, I mean, I think the nicest compliment people give us is like that our kids, like, they're good kids. Because I don't believe them when they say it. But not that I look for outward, like, gratification, but when you send your kid somewhere and the people that are in his care say he's a great kid, like, that just feels good.
I got a compliment from an old gentleman today at Canes who said, oh, you're doing a great job, Dad.
Yeah. You should have seen what fucking dicks they were all day today.
He caught me in a very brief moment where everyone's lemonade was poured, everyone's French fries were portioned, everyone got the correct amount of chicken fingers. And then he walked by and everyone was like making small, quiet jokes and smiling. And I'm like, thank you, kind sir. But I'll take that compliment.
But you do. You give a shit. You're a great job. You are a great dad. You are.
It's easy to give dads those compliments, though.
But you're getting up and running these kids, these boys.
No, I
will not fucking do that.
I am, but, like, I think dads get it easy from that. Like, let's just say you were sitting in my place and the same activities were happening, same old guy walks by, I don't think you get the compliment.
No. Because it's kind of expected culturally.
Exactly, yeah. Not to say that it should be, but, like, I think dads get it easy from that way. Like, I think Katie Ford or Morley brought this up one time. Like, she was at Trader Joe's with a bunch of kids. Like, oh, you got your hands full, and she hates when people say that because it's just, like, expected that, like, the moms are going to do it. Whereas if I go to Trader Joe's with 4 kids or 5 kids, like CJ would have, oh, look at that dad. He's a hero.
He's such a great, yeah, culture. It's like expected, but I mean, it is what it is. People say stupid shit all the time. Yeah. They really do.
And he means well, and I'm not, like, knocking the old guy, but it's just funny how, like,
but that was it probably made you feel good.
No, it did. It was great because I was doing a good job.
But aside from, of course, you knew that. Mm-hmm. But it took a lot of practice to get there.
Yes.
I know. My heart aches for people who have twins. Really, it does. It's not for the weak. And if you think you're weak, you're actually way stronger than you think you are. Yeah.
No, what's weak is my hands. I feel like fucking Shane Gillis right now.
Why?
The way I'm holding this mic.
Is it hurting?
No,
okay, I keep putting it down because I don't use this muscle very often.
No, I'm a righty.
I'm not. This isn't. I don't use that muscle maybe twice a month.
Katie will like that too because she hates how he holds the mic. He's like this big dude, but he holds the mic like this. That's how I feel.
Well, it's just because you're uncomfortable. We don't have the stands.
Trying to keep too many things. Posture, look at the camera, talk to you.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at the camera this week because I don't even want to see my double chin.
I love it.
I love you. What's next? What do we got going on, buddy?
So one quick thing. It's summer. It's the Olympics time. One thing I wanted to quickly talk about is the Olympics and how if you were to be an Olympic athlete, no one would even be able to touch you. You would have all of the world records, all of the gold medals. You are the Simone Biles of sleeping. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to compliment you in that. And
that doesn't feel like a compliment.
Given the theme, if I were to be an Olympic athlete in something, what would it be? random like that, like sleeping. I don't
efficiency.
No, that's too easy. Like something very specific.
Buddy, I don't know. I don't think about shit like that. You ruined
this segment. I thought it'd be so fun.
Let me think. I mean, you're very efficient and well thought out and planned.
Yeah, but there's people probably way better at that than me. I don't know anybody who sleeps better than you do.
I love sleeping. I haven't been sleeping good the last couple of nights. I've been waking up all night.
Hard, fast, quick, deep,
like
strong.
You. Just like you.
Yes.
What are you efficient in?
I don't know. I mean,
would you be an Olympian in?
I don't know. I'm wondering what you.
Planning and organizing.
Controlling his wife.
You're not controlling. What were you expecting me to say?
I don't know. I was hoping you had something creative.
I mean, sleeping is such an easy thing.
I know.
For you, what's easy?
You're that good at it, though.
What's easy and what you're good at is literally I dump a pile of shit on your desk and you're like, this is when we're going to do it.
In my mouth for you is I'm good at carrying multiple things of multiple sizes to multiple places.
I did not acknowledge that. For example,
I'm driving, I pull in the garage, I shut the garage. I get out of the car, I take 17 items with me.
I take shit in with me too.
Don't. I take your water bottle, I take my water bottle. I certainly do. I take the wrapper from my protein bar, I take my wallet, I take my keys, I take my phone, I take the purse that you probably left, I take whatever water bottle I can reach, and I'm just stuffing stuff in my arm.
So do I.
And I'm able to close my door, shut the door, and then go into the garage door, opening that with like 2 fingers, and then place everything out. If that was an Olympic sport, I would be a gold medalist.
That is the last thing I would ever pick. Cleaning up, picking up shit for sure.
Yeah, for sure. People are way more like clean freaks than me, though.
Yes, but you're very like, you pick shit up immediately. You don't even give them a chance. Like it kills you when they do that 3 marker challenge and they leave the markers and paper all over the table.
3 marker challenge has now become the 1 marker challenge.
I can't handle you. I'm sorry to disappoint you. And I got defensive because I had no idea what to say.
It's okay.
I would totally win in sleeping.
That's what happens when I try to force like fun segments and.
Yeah, you should have given me a heads up. I could have thought about it.
Don't plan your spontaneity and your fun.
No. Don't plan it. Let me be spontaneous. You be strategic.
Mm-hmm.
And don't have an expectation for my answer because I'm going to let you down.
Keep them low.
Okay, what about our children? Let's rank them.
You ready for my rankings?
I'm ready for your rankings. And dinner.
This will be probably the first time in a very long time where all of our children have been in the same order the entire summer.
Are you serious?
There is 0 change.
Wow.
Not that anybody's keeping track, but it's just interesting that all our kids have the same sort of ranking and disposition with us the entire fucking summer.
No way.
Number 4 is Viv. One good thing from her is we bought this little walking pad on Prime Day.
Yep.
She loves the walking pad. She's always a little walking, a little buns off upstairs. Outside of that, not a lot of good. Whenever we go somewhere, she feels like she's entitled to get something.
Everything.
Whether it's Target, the grocery store. When you took her school clothes shopping, she wanted way more than she thought she needed. Like anywhere and everywhere she goes, she thinks she should be entitled to like X amount of things when she really is deserving of 0.
She should walk. Her sentiment is when we go somewhere, anywhere, she is leaving with something new.
And when she leaves without that thing, her face and the look of disappointment and like disgust with us, it's crazy. I experienced it firsthand, and I'm just like, what did we do? And you disapprove of it more so than me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, yeah, all our kids are entitled, and I generalize it in that way. You're like, no, Vivian's different.
She just showed her true colors that day. It was very aggravating.
Another thing. We went, so the boys had their basketball game. You know how like they always get like treat bags after games?
Yeah.
They got like one family way outdid everybody, and they got like these amazing treat bags, like 6 or 7 items. It was like the gallon Ziploc. Yeah. 2 different drinks, 2 different like Nabisco snacks, 2 different chocolate snacks, and a donut.
It was just the gallon Ziploc bag was chock full of treats.
Yeah. It was like a Halloween bag. And they had extras, and as most families and teams do, they give them to the brothers and the siblings or whatever, and Viv got one. And we're walking out of the gym, and Dean and Leah they're eating their fucking little snacks, and Dom's drinking his new free Gatorade. And Viv, as we walk by a public garbage can, drops her shit in the trash.
The entire
and
bag.
I have never been so disgusted with our daughter. How just like...
I went in the trash, and I pulled it out, and I said, what? I go, we can give it all. She goes, what? I don't like anything in there. I go, Vivian, we could leave it out for the Amazon drivers, the mailman. The
boys will eat it. You will eat some of it later.
And she literally was like, she had no idea. She was like,
and even if the checkbox on every single one of those is still 0, you still don't throw it away.
No, I couldn't believe she did either.
That was so.
It was so disappointing.
That was a low thing for her. It was very bad.
I know.
It seems like a not that low thing, but it was just like, ugh.
I don't know.
It was like the time when Maria threw her In-N-Out garbage out the window when she was like 16
idiot,
or 17.
Like a fucking idiot. The entire bag, tray that the drinks came in, everything, just threw it out the window in the guarded gate where we lived.
Not even like on a public road where you would see it and think it's more acceptable. Like you said.
It was in a private community, within a private community. Mm-hmm. My sister.
Yeah, your dad lit her up after that. I remember that.
Oh, my dad made her go back.
Right after, like, that had to have been Maria. We just all came from In-N-Out.
Yeah.
And she was, like, there 5 minutes before us. And like, oh, whatever. We see where it comes from.
Yeah.
See how she's, like, this new fucking crunchy, holistic mom. Remember that time crunchy, holistic mom threw her In-N-Out shit out the window? All
over the road.
Sorry, Maria. I'm not picking on you. I asked, so the other day, the boys like to color on pre-printed coloring sheets, not coloring books like we had, individually selected and printed coloring sheets. Mm-hmm. I printed one out for Dean, and Viv was upstairs, and I asked her to bring one down. As I'm talking it, she's walking down the stairs, so she's maybe like 4 or 5 stairs down, not even to the midpoint landing, okay? Mm-hmm. At that point, I can now see her, and she looks over the wall, and she gives me the dirtiest eye roll. I'm like, Viv, can you bring that down? I don't know if I said that. And she gave me like the dirtiest eye roll. Like, I am not going upstairs to bring you a piece of paper. And I'm like, what?
I know.
You're up there, or you were up there.
She just stared at you.
And now you're 4 steps down. Can you please?
She didn't say anything, though. She just looked at you.
No, she's like, do I have to? I'm like, yes, you have to.
Oh. This is your fault. You spoon-fed her till she was 4.
This is not my fault.
You do everything for her.
This is all of our faults.
I don't do shit for her. She's like, can I have a water? I'm like, yeah, go get it. She's like, this morning when you left and I got up late, she got up late with me.
Yeah.
And she goes, Mommy, can you make me breakfast? I go, what do you need? She goes, I want the egg bites. I'm like, you know how, you go in the fridge and make them. Mm-hmm. You know how to do it.
Yeah.
You can do it. What? Yeah, you can do it. Go.
Or she kind of gave you shit because she likes the way I make her sausage better than you.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, no, I'll wait. I'll wait
till Daddy comes home and he can make my sausage. I'm like, fine. One less fucking thing I have to do.
Yeah. And the last thing I pick on Viv with is like, she's never home. So
Never.
like her chores are never done. Like, she'll sleep at your mom's house, come home the next morning or afternoon, I should say. Then do a play date with Charlie, finagle her way into sleeping over there, come home the next morning, have a play date at a friend's house all day.
Yep.
Come home for 2.5 hours.
And then
go
try
to your
sleep
mom's
at my
house
mom's
the next
again.
night. Yeah, like 4 nights.
She never wants to be home. It makes me so
she's
sad.
She's gone 60% of the time.
But she does it herself behind our back. She's like, I've arranged a play date with Cameron. I'm like, oh, you did? She's like, yeah, you could drop me off at 10:30 tomorrow. I'm like, okay. She's just
no bueno.
I love her though. I
love her, but she's
got to sit down and be humble.
She's another kid who needs to be back at school too.
Yeah, she does.
Like, get out of this like lifestyle.
Oh, I don't know if her teacher is who I think it is. She's gonna have.
We might
she's gonna be bad, and we may have another Miss Kurth.
Yeah, we might need a switch here. Number 3. Wait, I went. Sorry, that was right. Leo's number 3. I mean, we've kind of talked a lot about Leo. He's just hard. Like, he needs to be back at school.
And we've cut out KidsTube. We're like, you're done with KidsTube. You can only watch shows on Netflix and Disney Plus that are long. That's the only thing you can watch. And it's not working.
Yeah.
We've cut out red 40. We have made sure he's getting a lot of protein.
Yeah.
We are making sure he's getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner and not skipping or eating just snacks. Nothing is working for this child.
No. And, like, the other thing that he's been doing lately is, like, he lies, but they're, like, really dumb lies.
He is lying. It's horrible.
Like, Dean, I'll be, like, the boys will be upstairs playing video games. I'll be downstairs, and Dean starts screaming, Leo, why did you hit me? I go upstairs. Leo, Dean, what's going on? Leo, did you hit him? No, I didn't hit him. And I'm like, it sounded like you hit him. And Dean, did he hit you? Yeah, he hit me. I wanted to be this team and this color, and he said no, and then he hit me. Leo, did that happen? And he'll have, like, this dumb look on his face, like, obviously he did. And then he'll double down on it. I'm like,
yeah.
First of all, bro, you're a terrible liar.
Yeah, he
like,
is.
Don't even try. Like,
he's gotten me a few times.
Oh, you got then. Like,
yeah,
he's not a good liar. Dean's a good liar.
Yeah.
Viv can be a good liar. Leo, no.
Leo, yeah.
If we're able to believe Leo's lies, then.
But a lot of the time, no. A lot of the time, he'll only say what they did to him, not what he did before it happened.
No, he always has that little smirk, like, and then he'll cover his face.
He'll just walk over and lay on top of Dominic, and Dominic will aggressively shoo him.
Yeah, I mean, that's a different thing, but yeah,
he's been difficult.
And we already talked about some of the nicer things, like he politely asked, like, what are we doing today versus his normal demanding, but, like, he's demanding a lot. And, like, the other day at basketball, like, I love that he loves basketball, but he's, like, big into fouls. He, like, is super aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, you got to chill, bro. Like, you're hurting
Hands
kids.
out.
Like,
Hands out.
You're bigger and stronger than most kids, if not all kids on your team. You got to leave, like, the little nice Asian girl, like, give her some space.
Yeah. And then when he does do that, he looks for, like, affirmation. Like, yeah, you did it, buddy. Good job.
Like,
Thank you for not plummeting.
Yeah.
They're actually very good basketball players.
Oh, Dean is elite for his age. Leo's very good.
They're good. And the coach puts them playing at the same time because they play off each other very well.
Greatest coach ever.
Which is the first twin thing they've ever done.
Yeah, it is, actually.
He's so cute when he plays basketball,
That's one of the positive things that I did. Like, he's so, like, such a great teammate. Like, whether it's Dean or anybody else who scores, he runs over and tackles them and, like,
pats their back,
and pats him on the back, and, like,
helps the kid up that falls.
He does the LeBron thing, like, after every prep.
He's funny.
Oh, yeah.
He's funny. He loves it, though, and he's so endearing. People love him. They're like, I just love him. I'm like, I know.
He's easy to please with that kind of stuff. Like, he gets easily excited when other people are involved and having fun.
Yeah. Well, he's just his core is good. Intact.
His core is good.
He just needs to fine tune.
Put that core in school.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Dom. Like, E for effort, but still pretty petty with Viv. Still challenges, playing games with the boys, being overly competitive, given his teammates or competitors' skill level.
He also just tries to parent.
Yeah.
Be the third parent. And it's really difficult.
Yeah, it's a tough one because he's mature for his age, for a boy his age, I think. He's entering preteen type shit. Like, he tries to, we've talked about this before, like, tries to be sarcastic and join adult conversations, and it doesn't play well. Like,
that's the thing. Yeah, it's joining adult conversations, and he's like, Viv is doing something. I'll be like trying to talk to Viv, and he'll still keep, like, talking shit to her, and I'm like, buddy, I'm handling it. Stop talking. Yeah. And he just keeps going, and now she's doing it.
Yeah.
The pettiness between the two of them is, I don't even know.
Yeah, and I chalk a lot of it up to, like, it's just older brother, younger sister teasing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not alone in that thinking. Like, we're not alone in that happening. It happens to everybody in that scenario, but at the same time, it's still fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But one good thing with Dom, and he's just, like, living his best life in the summer. Like, one day he went basketball training in the morning from 7 to 9. You took all the kids to a movie from 11 to 1. He went to a birthday party at Flippin' Out from 2 to 4. And then he went to, like, the church youth night from 6 to 8.
Yeah.
Like, the kid's just living his best life.
He is.
Friends, sports, birthdays, play dates, activities, workouts, like, all the shit that he wants. Like, he likes having, like, a full day and, like, shit like me.
Yeah.
He did more in that one day than my parents did with me an entire summer at some point. Like, 1998 summer, I did more on Wednesday.
He also is like, when he doesn't have anything to do, he likes to fill his time with, like, he's like, okay, I'm going to get all my stuff ready for school. I'm going to put all my pens, unbox them, put them where they belong, organize my binders. I'm like, okay, buddy. Yep. He's just ready. He's just that kid with that stuff.
Yep.
Like you.
Yeah. No, he's been good. Like, for the most part, he's been good. We've also kind of seen some of his, like, first couple experiences with girls, like flirting. Not experiences. Careful with the...
No, but what are you talking about?
Like when we were over at Katie's house.
Who was he flirting with?
Ireland and Anna.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that Katie.
Yes.
Yeah,
one of your 7 Katies.
He was...
And it wasn't anything serious, but it was just kind of cute to, like, see, like, mutual interest in some way and, like, to see how he played out.
Well, because he is cute.
And so are they. And it was just, like, kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, summer love.
In a weird, non-creepy way.
Yeah, middle school.
Not even summer love. It was just, like, interesting to see how,
it's cute
like...
seeing, it
how
develop.
he interacts with girls. Number 1, fucking Dean. Mm-hmm. Start calling him, like, King Dean, like how we call Queen V. Like,
yeah, King Dean.
Built for the summer. The only bad thing I have written down for him over the last couple weeks is that he dropped a glass. Yeah. Outside of that, like, number 1, for sure. Excited to go back to school, excited about school supplies. He crafts independently for a long period of time, doesn't require any work. He's been big into, like, making the, like, I don't even know how to...
It's a tackle box.
Tackle boxes.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like a real tackle box. I don't know how
he wants a tackle box for his rocks, but I haven't gotten around to getting them. So he built one out of paper.
Fair.
Spent 2 hours, 3 hours building it.
Folding 4 sides for each square.
It's amazing.
Well, yeah, it's crazy, and it looks really cool. I'm like, you made that?
He's been also very
on my phone.
He's also been very considerate of his siblings, and he never usually is. So
Helpful.
It was good.
He started folding laundry with you today.
He did. He's a good folder.
He's been playing with calculators, so his math game is up.
Yep.
He also, like, this could be borderline negative, but I look at it as a positive, is, like, he hates losing, even if it's to Dom, like in a video game or playing basketball. So it's borderline sore loser, but I also kind of like that he loves to win and likes to be competitive.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really been too negative yet lately. Like, he kind of gets over it pretty quickly, but it's just been interesting to watch.
But he's also really good at a lot of things that he just starts doing, so it's probably frustrating for him.
He's good at everything. Like, great at basketball, smart.
He really is good
cute,
at basketball.
Cleans up, helps everybody.
He doesn't like to shower, though.
Communicator, doesn't love showering.
We have to force that on him.
Hose his ass off, yeah. And, like, the one, like, cute thing, we took him to Taco Bell the other day, and he called. My thing is I get everybody's order ahead of time while we're in the cars to be efficient, so that I'm not, like, in
where
line.
I'm there and I'm like, what do you want?
And they're all wondering because they.
Well, wait. I took them to Chick-fil-A for lunch, and they were all telling me what they want. I'm like, please don't tell me till we get there, because I'm going to tell them when you tell me, and that's probably why they do it. Because
why would you do that?
Because I'll forget.
Fair.
I forget. I'll forget.
I don't forget. So
go ahead.
We're approaching, Dean, what do you want? Leo, what do you want? Okay. And he likes a regular crunchy taco or a regular soft taco.
Yes.
And he didn't know how to articulate the ground beef taco.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is that? The steakish chicken?
Steakish chicken.
Steakish chicken equals ground beef. Yeah. Which I thought was cute.
He's really cute, and he sings at bedtime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he
sings
really
like little worship
praying,
songs with them.
He's really into praying.
Kid checks every box.
I think we should pray for this person. I think just randomly he'll say it, and I love that about him.
Yeah,
because we were worried that he has no like. We were worried that he was going to be. Yeah, he's going to be cold.
I think I told you we were at the same Taco Bell experience that we go to. We saw, like, the same homeless guy there, and first time we saw him there, as we were leaving, we bought him his meal. So we came back a week or two later. He was there again. Guy looked great, looked really good. Like, it looked like he'd kind of cleaned his life up, for lack of a better term. Mm-hmm. And Dean's like, "Oh, he looks so good. We should get his meal again." And I'm like, I offer. He's like, "No, I'm good." And Dean was like, the most aware of what was happening than any of the other boys, Dom included.
It's very interesting. Mm-hmm. I love them for that, and I love him for that. Is that it?
That's it.
Yeah. It's kind of a short one here, guys.
Let me go get you some oysters.
I'm really hungry. But There will be more Relate and Relatables because that won't require a lot of outside childcare.
Yep.
And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And we're deciding what we're going to do moving forward because of my surgery.
Yeah, we'll take once or right before or around that. We'll take a little bit of time, and then we'll probably switch some shit up. We got some ideas, and you'll be along for the ride if you love us, and if you don't, it's been nice having you.
It's been nice, and sorry we're not Dr. Wilkes for all our new followers.
If we're not Dr. Wilkes, we apologize.
Yeah.
If you are looking for him, he's not active on Instagram or not active on TikTok.
He's on Instagram.
Yep.
But as always, we love you guys very much.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for listening.